Welcome to another SailfishOS podcast, and this time around I will do another speed comparison test. People are requesting speed comparison tests for, whatever reason, I don't know. But as people are requesting for speed comparison tests, I thought, okay, I will grab my other smartphones and try to test the Sony Xperia X device running SailfishOS against my other smartphones. In this case, we are comparing the BlackBerry Z30 or Z30, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And this is running BlackBerry OS 10.3.3, and this is running SailfishOS 2.13, I guess. We will see. First of all, let's start with the overall application called AIDA 64, which is an information application. Very good application if you want to get to know about what's actually running on your device. So 1, 2, 3. And as you can see here, the SailfishOS system was a little bit faster. The animation started faster on the BlackBerry 10 OS, however. Now you can see at the system, as you can see here, it's the Sony Xperia X, and it is it's not listing this the operating system here, but we have 3 GB of RAM, and here on the BlackBerry we have 2 GB of DDR3, low power DDR2 RAM even, and on the Xperia X we have DDR3 RAM. So interesting. So let's go back. You can take a look at where are the information about this information about Sailfish. As you can see here, version 2.1.3.7, and there should be some system information, I guess, about Android in this case, because the AIDA 64 version running on BlackBerry 10 is an Android version, not a native BlackBerry version. But you can see here the baseband QNX, and you can see the build ID, which is basically the build ID of the Android runtime for this, and this corresponds with the version installed here, which is BlackBerry OS 10.3.3. So this is AIDA 64. Let's minimize that, and let's start with the real deal. Applications that you will more or less open fairly regularly, just like, for example, the web browser. 1, 2, 3. Again, the animation a little bit faster, and I think on par, interestingly enough. Of course, this one also loads a website. This only shows bookmarks, but you can see that browser pretty much the same. Let's open up the file manager on both of these devices. 1, 2, 3. And the BlackBerry 10 device was a little bit quicker, interestingly enough. And now back to the music application. So, where do I have my music application? There. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see here, slightly faster on the SailfishOS device, but it's still loading. And as you can see here, basically they finished loading the titles, the music titles itself, very equally. So this is that. Then the next we want to open up is the gallery application, and I think it's called Photos on the BlackBerry 10 device. 1, 2, 3. Again, animations slightly faster, but as you can see here, the SailfishOS device was a bit faster in loading this. The next thing we want to start is the Twitter application. So I have here the Twitter application, which is a native Twitter application from BlackBerry 10, and I also want to start a native Twitter application for SailfishOS, which is called in this case Peepmuts. There's also Tweetyan if you'd like to do this, but I have Peepmuts configured, and I think Tweetyan not. So 1, 2, 3. Again, animation here a little bit faster, and yeah, well, very, very close. But as you can see here, it took a little bit longer to load the newest tweets as in comparison to here where the tweets are loaded. So yeah, pretty equally, I would guess, in this case. The next application we want to open up is Mastodon. I don't have I don't have a Mastodon client on the BlackBerry 10, so we have to skip that. What we can open up is an Android application, for example, to compare the Android runtime from BlackBerry 10 to the SailfishOS Xperia X device. Therefore, we will open up the F-Droid store on both, which is an Android app store. 1, 2, 3. And the BlackBerry 10 was a little bit faster here again. So let's go back and open up a Reddit client. I think I have one installed here on my BlackBerry 10 device, hopefully. Don't see it. Oops, I don't see it. Cannot make the test without the Reddit client. So what will we do instead is starting the podcasting client. We have GPodder on SailfishOS and AntennaPod, which is an Android application on BlackBerry 10. So 1, 2, 3. And I think a GPodder won here against the AntennaPod on the BlackBerry 10 by a slight margin. Oh, I see I have lots and lots of podcasts that I still have to listen to. The next application we want to open up is, let me see if I have it installed, is a radio application maybe. A radio streaming application. So let's click here on streaming, and I have a radio and tune-in application here, and I think I will go to the radio with the radio DE application and the received application on my SailfishOS device. So 1, 2, 3. And in this case, as you can see here, clear winner, the received application, which loaded a lot quicker than the other application on the BlackBerry 10 device. So overall, I guess they're pretty much on par, which is interesting, which shows that the BlackBerry 10 OS is pretty much very good optimized for the BlackBerry for this BlackBerry 10 device. What we will do now is just take a look in multitasking if they still are loaded. So as you can see here, both are loaded, nothing closed down, otherwise it would show even here on both devices on their tiles, on the multitasking tiles. What we can try to do is loading some websites, just like for example CNN.com. Let me type that in here and here as well. And then hit start at the same time, both on the same Wi-Fi. And as you can see here, the XperiaX is quite faster in loading this website. Based on the Gecko browser, here the default browser, and the default browser on the BlackBerry 10 based on the WebKit browser. But as you can see here, scrolling, performance, no problem. Might be a difference in the scrolling animations maybe, but the websites that were loaded can be viewed without any big problems. Let's try another website. Let's go to bookmarks here, and let's go to bookmarks here. We don't have any bookmarks, but let's load, for example, the website golem.de. 1, 2, 3. And again, faster on the XperiaX device. So as expected, of course, on a more powerful device, you will have faster loading times when it comes to websites. And then let's end this comparison test here. If you want to see anything else tested for both of these devices, just ask me. Of course, I could test the speakers here because they have both dual speakers, but I can tell you right from the start that the Xperia X will lose this because basically it's missing the bass. and the Z30 has more bass, more volume to it, and a richer sound, so it will win straight away. Yeah, this is everything for this little speed comparison test between the BlackBerry Z30 and the Sony Xperia X device, running SailfishOS, and this one, of course, running BlackBerry 10 OS. Hope you enjoyed the little comparison, and thanks for watching.